What's up, everyone? It's your boy Shaft, aka That Mill Guy, coming in with, well, my first YouTube video back. We're doing this live on Twitch, and I think that's probably how I'll be doing this moving forward. I just can't be bothered with the all of the production value and stuff. I proved to myself that I could do it, but we're keeping it simple. So we're doing a tier maker, a tier list, because we are farming free YouTube content. Everyone is doing tiers. Everyone. It's just free content. So I'm selling out and I'm making it happen. This tier list specifically is what I think, or how I think Mill matches up with various aspects of the meta right now. We got a couple of tier 1 decks, a couple of tier 2 decks, a couple of tier 3 decks, stuff like that. I think there's about like 24, 25 lists here, like decks here, if I'm counting this right. Yeah, keeping it super simple. So right off the top, let's get right to it with our kind of tiers. Free means obviously super simple. We win the majority of the time. Favored means we win about 60% of the time. 50-50s even. Gotta work for it means it's unfavored. But if you make those type plays, if you read your opponent right and you have the right sideboard, it can work. And then Dark Souls with no saves means, look, it's not happening. Not on your first go, not on your first couple of goes. It's not happening. Okay? So, first and foremost, I think I got to remind myself of this. I think the Luros, so there wasn't great ways to get some pictures for some of the meta decks, cuz y'all know that a lot of the decks these days are like, they're very similar. A lot of them are just playing Monastery Swift Spear, Dragon Rage Channeler. So this is Grixis Channeler. This is going to be unfavored. So this is playing Luros, it's playing Dragon Rage Channeler, Monastery Swift Spear, and like Snapcaster Mage. That's generally what's going on. So it's not exactly Luros deck. Yeah, a bit of an early stream comeback. We're actually recording live for YouTube right now, but yeah. So that's going to be the Grixis Luros deck. So I think it's not exactly like that hard. I think you can work for it. If the removal lines up, and if your interaction suite in your sideboard is efficient enough, then it can get there. The Mill matchup, I almost gotta say, like, so it's 50-50, but it's like dependent. It's close, because there's a lot of Mill decks that are that people post and they get 5-0s with that are absolutely horrendous for the mirror. Absolutely horrendous. Like, y'all playing the worst type of mirror match Mill decks. Like, no counter spells in the sideboard. Y'all playing the removal out the wazoo, and that's fine. You're building for the mirror, and you're building for the mirror. Or sorry, no, you're not building for the mirror. You're building for the meta, I should say. But if you don't have like Mystical Disputes, if you don't have Test of Talents, Test of Talents is the mirror breaker. Test of Talents is how you want to be winning the modern Mill matchup. So that's how that's gonna work. So we're gonna keep it 50-50. Right now, so this is Affinity, probably like a tier 2, tier 3 deck. I think, so my take on this is it's 50-50. I think, I don't know, I haven't played this matchup a lot. I want to say it's favored, I want to say you got to work for it, but I'm going to default to 50-50. I think you can keep your removal up early, it can work. Yeah, see, there's like, so right now, Caustic, we're doing a YouTube video right now, so we're recording live. We'll get back to the league in a sec. So for everyone watching the YouTube video right now, this is how I'm going to be doing the videos. So if you want to catch the rest of the streams and the games, then you got to watch me live. So again, I think if you keep your removal up, it can work. But this is one of those, it's kind of like, if your sideboard's oriented enough, like if you have the Hercules Recall, and it's perfect, and it works. Yo, Keegan, nice to have you back. I'll get to that in a sec here. So yeah, I think Affinity's fine there. This is unfavored to like almost Dark Souls with no saves. Like E-Tron is almost like somewhere in between. Like if they have Chalice out and you have nothing, you're done. You're done. Like in the you're almost like, now we actually have like 3 mana mill spells, but they're not even that great either. They don't race that well with this deck. So I think you got to work for it. Like a well-placed Crypt Incursion could work. If you Echoing Truth, it can work as well. So it's probably got to be that. Gruul mid-range or Panza. I'm going to put them together in the same list. I think it's... Yo, honestly, the majority of the time, I think it's just hard mode. Like, straight up, if you don't have the correct turn one interaction, like if you don't make them play on curve, if you allow them to play off curve and early, you're done. Which is they're gonna get the majority of the time. How are you supposed to know that in the blind? So I think Gruul mid-range Panza, generally difficult. I think even without removal, even without land destruction, if it's just mid-range, I think it's generally difficult. This is favored. I have so the Asmo food decks. There's plenty of sub iterations of them. There's the troll versions, like the green versions. There's the blue-black versions. There's various iterations of them. I haven't played this matchup enough to say it's free, but it's favored. 100%. There's a lot of ways to shut it down through graveyards. There's a lot of key pieces that if you surgical out, like like Asmo itself, cookbook, the deck really falls apart really quick. And again, a well-placed Hercules recall, boom, all that food's gone. Nothing's coming back. No trolls coming back. No type of interaction. So I think that's favored there. Footfalls has to be favored, but you have like so. This is the caveat. I almost want to say. Like, I almost want to say Footfalls is like 50-50. I almost want to say Footfalls is 50-50 because Footfalls is about interacting at the key moment. If you're tapping out, like if you don't have the patience for this, like to play properly against this deck, you will lose. If you tap out at the wrong time, or if you play interaction at the wrong time, and if you're playing a grindy game where they're gonna resolve Footfalls and you're using your removal not in an efficient way, this matchup will escape you. It will become less than 50-50 because you're not playing it well. So I think it's favored. You just got to play it well, which is why I almost want to put it at 50-50. Shadow's unfavored. You got to work for it. Shadow's not around that much anymore right now. A lot of the meta is just a little bit more efficient as what it's trying to do. Like if you're playing an aggro deck, you're just playing Dragon Rage channel. Like Darcy is definitely the yo, what's the chat? Give me the one blue 1/1 that turns into a flyer. Give me the one blue 1/1 that turns into a flyer. Someone. Oh my god, I'm doing this live on YouTube. Yeah, Delver. Darcy is the Delver of Modern. So Death Shadow is no longer like Death Shadow's been dethroned, but it's still a tough matchup. Lots of Mardu Shadow, Grixis Shadow, all of it. The type of interaction they have, they're either too aggressive, too interactive. We can't do it. This is somewhere in between here. Thanks to Tasha's. I would have almost put this at 50-50 to gotta work for it, but Tasha's hideous laughter. Tasha's hideous laughter makes this free to favored. Tasha's hideous laughter eats this. I think on average you're hitting like 35 plus cards. I'm hesitant to say it's free because you do need to have removal. Like you need to get to turn 3 and then still finish them off with mill, but you will mill them out probably. So like, okay, I'll call it free. If I'm gonna put hammer, if my reason is gonna put this here, then I'm gonna put this on free. So that's fine. This is burn. Burn is Dark Souls with no saves. I don't like the burn matchup. Burn's garbage. There's like you could do everything correctly and they'll still top deck better than you. So that's fine. That's there. Heliod is I think Heliod's 50-50. I think generally there's places where you're favored, but I think the Heliod decks have generally like adapted pretty well in terms of adapting to removal, playing things out in key places. So I think like if your removal lines up, the deck works out. If the removal doesn't line up, then your interaction's not going to work. Like you have to have removal. It's not just stopping the combo. They still have a board state. So I don't see, but that's the thing. It's not just that. If you have to, okay, so we can deal with the combo, but if you don't deal with the board, you're done. So I'm putting in Esper Stoneblade, Ban Stoneblade, Orzhov Stoneblade all into one here. I think so. Not favored. This is 50-50. So this is weird. So this is 50-50 depending on the type of Stoneblade. I would say obviously like okay, the 3-color Stoneblade decks I think are a little bit better. The non-black base is definitely a little bit better. Like you're not dealing with hand disruption or interaction. And the more they dilute themselves, the better it is. So I'll put it at 50-50. Tron is free. That's just been known. Stop playing. It's like, if the meta is full of mill decks, please do not sleeve up Tron. It does not matter. I don't care how many Shuffle Titans you put in there. I'll eat you alive. It does not matter. I'll win game 1. I'll eat you game 1. You'll play your Shuffle Effects game 2, and then I'll just bring in 4 like Lanterns game 3, and you're done. Just stop sleeving this up. Wait, did I put this in twice? No. Oh, yo, my bad. Yo, chat. This is not burn. This is burn because it's Lava Spike. This is just mono red. This is just red dominant aggro, I think. Bro, I don't even know what I'm putting this at the end. I don't even know what this lightning bolt is. I forgot. Living End is free. It's just a combo deck. Just play Crypt Incursion, just surgical. It's free. Prime Time's free. If you're registering big mana in general against mill, it's free. Stop playing green decks in 2021. I'll eat you alive. I don't care. If you register Primeval Titan, I'm eating you alive. Sucks for you. Sucks to suck. Too bad. This is unfavored. This is taxes. Leonin Arbiter. The bane of my existence. It's part of the reasons why sometimes I prefer playing Legacy taxes, but then you just get ported out of the game, and you're just like, yeah, maybe Modern's better. Modern tax is better to play against, but yeah, I mean, it just makes everything cost more. We're playing 3 mana mill spells. Like, it's tough. It's tough. What are you gonna do? Like, Thalia's gonna tax that out. We're gonna lose on lands. Not great. Kahira. So I'm showing Kahira in the art. This is elementals. I would argue this is favored. There is a severe amount of card disadvantage that happens in this deck. If you can keep your removal up, and if your sideboard has stuff like Mystical Disputes, you're gonna slap this deck left, right, and center, right? Like if the sideboards line up, if you can remove key pieces, this deck falls apart. They cannot play card for card with you. They cannot play card for card with you. But even then, if they run like main deck endurance, I think we have enough like surgical extraction, Soul Guy Lantern. I think it's there. I would argue this is favored. And then if you're trying to play the attrition game, Crypt Incursion, right? Like, there's so many ways to do it, right? There's so many ways to bait them out. This is just like, okay, so this is red-based aggro, so it's just Monastery Swiftspear. Red-based creature aggro. This is Dark Souls with no saves. Just give up. I think like Monastery Swiftspear is the best creature in Modern right now, hands down. I don't even think Dragon Rage Channeler comes close. Sorry, I'm hyperbole. Luros doesn't come close. Luros doesn't count as a creature to me. It's just like an enchantment to me. Dragon Rage Channeler may be more powerful, but like I think Monastery Swiftspear has had a larger lasting impact. I think without Monastery Swiftspear, these decks would take a severe hit. I think Monastery Swiftspear is the strongest creature in Modern right now. Unless decks become more tempo-y and we push this card out and it's Dragon Rage Channeler, right now it's just Monastery Swiftspear. Until decks become more tempo-based and then it's Dragon's Rage Channeler. So this is... Yo, I'm like literally forgetting. Okay, I apologize, YouTube. We out here. What did I... Okay, this is Rakdos Luros. Sorry. I had to... So this is Rakdos Luros. Yeah, sorry. So Rakdos Luros unfavored. This is not great. I hate Croxa. I hate Thoughtseize. Monastery Swiftspear. Dragon Rage Channeler. Burn spells. Stop. I like this... Stuff like this makes me want to quit Magic right here. Like, it literally makes me want to BM and quit Magic. Enchantress. Okay, so I have no idea about this matchup at all. I've yet to play this matchup at all. So I had to take it at face value. I had to look through the list. I'm seeing some that run Leyline of Sanctity. It seems like you're just setting up draw engines, which is fine. You're drawing through some of your deck, but it's like the win conditions are more board state based. So I want to say it's 50-50 or favored. I think just on kind of merit, I think I have to put it at 50-50. I honestly don't know. But yeah. Velomach is turns. This is another matchup that I haven't really played. So let me take a look at this again. Yo, where's Velomach is turns? Yeah, this is favored. This is fine. Yeah, Velomachus turns is favored. Just play Mystical Dispute. Play Mystical Dispute, hold up Counterspell. You're fine. Yeah, yeah. This is favored. It's not free. Any deck that plays like Teferi Time Raveler, Ren and 6, like they're gonna make you work for it, so it's not free. But yeah. Black Green Sacrifice, I think it's favored. Keep your removal on point. Surgical is a very key piece. You have plenty of Grave Hate. You'll get there. Yeah, Black Green Sacrifice. Like, you just have to make sure that you're not allowing engine pieces to stay on board. You have to take out key engine pieces. You have to understand what they're trying to do at what point in the game, right? Because it's going to dictate like how you think about what they have in their hand and what you're trying to counter. But yeah, control is free, I would say. This is like, it might be a little bit harder now because Modern Mill is not really playing Mesmeric Orbs. So everyone on YouTube right now, I know my audience can be a little bit varied depending on where I am content-wise, but Mesmeric Orb isn't big right now just because we're trying to fit slots for Fractured Sanity and Tasha's Hideous Laughter, and still have interaction like Counterspell, Drown in the Lock, depending on how you want to flavor out your deck. So Mesmeric Orb doesn't have the most amount of slots available if you're playing in a semi-competitive event or comp REL. If you are playing at an LGS level, I think you can get away with it. But if you're trying to be competitive and you're trying to get wins consistently, then I don't think Mesmeric Orb right now, August 2021, when this video is going up, is working for you. This Lightning Bolt, I literally completely forgot what I'm trying to make this. So I think Lightning Bolt is literally, chat, what do you think? What is Lightning Bolt going to be? Like, I don't know. Let's just call it aggro. Is it tempo? That probably makes sense. Yeah, you know what? That's probably what I was trying to do. I was probably trying to differentiate, is it tempo, and then, okay. Yeah, chat, you're right. Yeah. So, this is Dark Souls with no saves. So, the difference is, like, very weird in the sense that, like, they're so similar. But, like, the difference is stuff like Murktide Regent versus Luros. So, is it Blitz would be, like, Luros. Is it Tempo is, like, Murktide Regent. And, like, that is it spell that allows you to put a card in your hand, exile one, put one in your graveyard. So, that's really the difference. But, like, the concept is still there. They're still going to aggro you out. They're going to tempo you out a lot. Especially post-board, Mystical Disputes, Lightning Bolt, like Mystical Disputes and one-drop aggro creatures, brutal. So, anything red-based is not fun. Like, we're definitely we're in a red sunset right now with, I don't want to call it a paradise. I really hope it's a sunset and eventually we move past this. We're in a red, world right now in Modern, so it's a crazy place to be. Like, Tron isn't even that played. Living In is like not really that played. Control is barely a thing. Like, it's aggro central, so it's really just about, like, having answers. But, yeah, there's my free Tiermaker content, farming YouTube type of content right there. Glad to be back on YouTube. For everyone that wants to catch games and stuff, please find me live on Twitch. It's going to be content like this on YouTube. I don't want to be posting games. That's too much. I'm here to play it out. So, catch y'all on Twitch. Remember that even the impossible is possible. And as we ponder that thought, I hope you'll join me next time on my next stream or on the next YouTube video as we take a glimpse into the unthinkable.